Hey everyone, welcome, good evening. Welcome to Arcadia Friends Community Church's second ever Bible Trivia Game Show night. So, I am really excited to be here. I hope you are too. Let's go ahead and meet the teams. Let's see if we can get the music going. Oh. All right. First up, over here, we have Tony, Alex, Carrie, and Megan making up the blue team. And over here, we have Monty, Caden, Kate, and Izzy making up the orange team. Down the middle on this side, we have Phil, Kenny, Madison, and Melody all making up our red team tonight. And then we have Jason, Abigail, Chris, Alice, and Hannah all making up our green team. Then we have Jay, Phil, Addie, Daisy, and Alyssa being our yellow team tonight. And finally, Nick, Charlene, Gohar, Emily, and Molly being our purple team tonight. All right. Let's get started with our first game. You'll find that I gave each of you teams a bag that has a stack of index cards in your color, and you're going to be using those for a lot of games tonight. There's also a pen. I do have extra pens if any of those run out at some point during the evening. But for our first game, this is going to be a warm-up game.
Wait, excuse me. Before we do the games,
okay.
I wanted to tell you that I did some research. I used the Bible and science to predict which team is most likely to win. The word red appears in the Bible 4,070 times. That is a lot of red. But being in the red means having a negative score, so clearly red is not going to win. But then the word orange does not appear in the Bible at all. That is an unbiblical team color, so they're clearly not going to win. The word yellow only occurs 3 times in the Bible. All 3 of those are in Leviticus, and all of them are dealing with skin diseases. Ooh, so clearly they're not going to win. Well, green is beautiful in the Bible. Green trees, green pastures, green skin diseases. So clearly they're not going to win either. Now, purple is the color of royalty. They are the wealthy leaders. But we just learned in Sunday school that the first shall be last. So purple is clearly not going to win. Now, blue was the color of the temple veil. But when Jesus died, God tore the temple veil in 2. So I'd say blue has only half a chance. But half a chance is better than no chance. So blue is scientifically proven to be the projected winner. Yes. But wait, blue has a really tall guy on their team, and that didn't work well for Goliath, so blue is not going to win either. So my scientific projection is that the audience is going to win. Yes, this should be fun. Kind of like watching a middle-aged man learn how to ice skate, or like watching a young woman learning how to park. Sorry, Melody. Plus, we get dessert afterwards. All right, Kurt. What is their first event?
All right, so this first game is going to be a bit of a warm-up, all right? You're going to be able to stay in your pew. You're just with your team, so you can kind of huddle up, and you're going to use those cards. And I recommend that if you have someone on your team, like an elementary-aged person on your team, then you have that person come up with the card when it's time to send it up. Because what you're going to do is you're going to write your answer down on the paper and then send it up to me, all right? This first game is all about numbers and numbers in the Bible, right? So this one, it's just called the closest number. That's why this is a warm-up game. You don't even need the exact correct answer. It's just whichever team gets the closest number wins, all right? If you guess the closest number, you will get 2 points for your team. But if you happen to get the exact correct answer, you will actually get 5 points for your team, all right? Okay, so we have a number of these that we'll go through. And for each one, you'll huddle up in your team, whisper to each other what you think the answer might be. Make sure you're not speaking too loud because you don't want other teams to hear you. That is why I put a pew between each of you teams. And then you send it up to me, all right? And then I'll say which teams were the closest. All right. So first up, any questions before we start? All right. So very first question, since it's a game about numbers, I figured the first question should be about the book of Numbers. So we're just starting with a super easy question. How many chapters are in the book of Numbers? So go ahead, give your best guess, and then send your answer up to me once you have your guess. All right, a good, quick answer. Thank you. All right, thank you, blue team. All right, great, thank you. All right, I still need answers from red and green. Okay, red team, just waiting on you. All right, thank you very much. What? Sorry, once you send it up, you can't get it back. I'm sorry. All right, I have it from everybody. Okay, let's reveal the answer. How many chapters are in the book of Numbers? The correct answer is 36 chapters. Okay, no team got it exactly right, but one team was only one away because the green team guessed 37. That's just really amazingly close. So that's 2 points for the green team. Congratulations. All right, let's go on to our second question. How many of Jesus' 12 disciples wrote a book of the Bible? I love how intense all the teams are. All right. Oh, yellow team, quick again. I very much appreciate it. All right. Orange, thank you. All right. Green, very good. Okay, just need it from red and blue. Okay, red. All right, thank you very much. Okay. Man, everyone was either got it or was very close. The correct answer is 3 disciples. And the teams that got it exactly right were purple, orange, and yellow. Purple, orange, and yellow each got that exactly right, getting their teams 5 points each. Congratulations. Oh, does anyone happen to know which 3 disciples they were? Yeah, go ahead. You can say if you'd like. Yep, Peter, John, and Matthew. Very good. All right, time for the third one. In total, how many times did Joshua march around the walls of Jericho? Oh, purple. Nice and quick. Thank you. Yellow. All right, blue and orange. Oh, thank you. Wow, everybody got it really quick. Let's see. Wow, wouldn't you know, but every team put in the exact same answer. And you were all correct. It was 13 times. Very good. I was kind of expecting a team to put 14, but it was 13. Congratulations. Great job, everyone. Okay, number 4. This is one that you're probably not going to know the exact answer, but maybe. What percentage of the verses in the Bible are in the New Testament? And don't put a decimal number, okay? Put an actual percent. Because the answer is not a decimal. It's rounded. Sure, clarifying question? Yeah, like a Bible verse, like chapter 3, verse 1 is one verse. Yeah. Yeah, so what percentage of verses? I'm not asking what percentage of books or what percentage of chapters or words. It's what percentage of the verses. Yes? No decimal in the percentage. Just give me a number. Yep. Yeah, how much of the Bible is the New Testament if you're counting it by verses? All right, I have it from orange and yellow. Let's get the other teams out. Thank you, purple. No. Definitely not. All right, still just need it from red and blue. All right, just red team. All right. Here, run it up. Run it. Thank you. All right, let's reveal the answer. The correct answer is 26%. Okay, no team got it exactly right. And I feel awful for the blue team because they were only 3% away because they put 23%. But green and yellow each put 28%, which is only 2 away. Yeah, so green and yellow each get 2 points. Okay, we're almost done with this game. I think we just have a couple more. How many years old was David when he died? I know, these questions are all over. Yes? Why did you write your answer down if you think you have an answer? Nope, not one. Oh, sorry, I gave a hint. Thank you, purple. Yes. This hasn't been an issue yet, but I should say, do be sure that it's not like readable upside down, if you know what I'm saying. Make sure you know which side I'm supposed to be looking at. Thank you. These are lots of answers. Okay, thank you. Just need red and green. All right, red and then just green. Send that up. All right. So I will tell you, every team guessed too high. Every team guessed too high, because the correct answer is 70 years. That's what the Bible says. And the green was the closest, because they put 73. So that's 2 points for green. All right. All right, here we go. In 2 Kings chapter 4, how many times did the resurrected boy sneeze? This is extremely theologically significant. Yeah. All right. If you don't know, then just give a guess. Thank you. All right, still need it from red and purple. Okay, just red team. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so 4 teams all put the same answer, but unfortunately, it's the wrong answer, because 4 teams guessed 3 times, but the actual correct answer is 7 times, which means that green got it exactly right. Okay, last number question before we get into some of the more exciting games, okay? How many times is the word Christian used in the Bible? This is the last number question. How many times is the word Christian used in the Bible? All right. Thank you. Thank you. Whoop. Okay, just need it from red and green. Are you counting in your head? Do remember that the scorekeeper is watching you if there's any funny business. You know, God too, but, you know. All right. So, again, 4 teams put the same answer, and that answer was not correct because 4 people guessed 0, which is a good guess. You know, you could think that this is a trick question. But in fact, it is a total of 3 times, which actually means yellow is the closest because they put 2 times. So that's 2 points for yellow. Good job. All right, so this next game is going to be...
Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have a quick little comment. Actually, since we were talking about numbers, I just thought I would give this free one out to all the young men out there. This line is guaranteed to get you a date with a nice Christian girl. So last night, I was reading the book of Numbers, and then I realized I didn't have yours.
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
I did also want to let people know that yellow and green are doing very well right now.
All right, that's good. Okay, so this next game is similar in that it's still going to be in your pew, write down an answer, send it up, okay? But in this one, you might, well, I'll just explain. This game is called Name That Comic Book. Don't worry, you don't actually need to know any comic book knowledge, though maybe that's not a good thing for some of you. Because this is actually about Bible comic books. So there will be a picture, and if you can't see this, I will let someone from your team get a little closer, but if you can see from your pew, that is better. This is just an example, okay? So here, there's a picture of a Bible comic book, and you're going to have to tell me what book of the Bible is this comic book showing you, okay? So, and you can use both the title of the comic book and the picture to help you. Like in this case, the title is The Patriarchs, Isaac and Jacob, and it has a picture of someone. Does anyone know who that is? That's Jacob, right? Jacob's ladder. So, which book of the Bible would you write down? Genesis, very good. I will warn you, they're not all this easy. I know most of you would get this one, but they're not all this easy. There are some times where the title alone won't be enough for you to know what the book of the Bible is. But if that's the case, then just look at the picture, because the picture will be from one specific book of the Bible. Now, some of these are a little bit challenging. So if you don't know right away, you can just wait until I give a hint. Because after a certain amount of time, I'll show a hint. And that makes it multiple choice. Here's the deal, though. You don't get as many points for a correct answer if you wait for me to provide a hint, okay? So if you give me your card with the correct answer before I reveal the hints, your team gets 3 points. And if you give me the correct answer after I reveal the hint, you just get 1 point. But 1 point's better than nothing. So if you don't know, there's no shame in waiting for the multiple choice. Does that make sense? All right. So let's go ahead with, oh yeah, the answer is Genesis. You already knew that. Let's go ahead and start with the first actual question. This one right here. What book of the Bible is that showing? And if you want 3 points, then you have to get me the answer pretty quickly. And don't worry, you don't need to sprint from the back. If I see you coming, I won't flip to the next slide. All right, I still need it from then. If you'd like to wait, that's fine too. Wait. All right. Okay. Last call for before. Oh, okay. Red team, are you waiting for the hint? Okay, then write it down. All right, so you were all very brave and did it without the hint. All right, for the sake of the audience, I will go ahead and reveal the multiple choice now so that you each have a chance to look at what the possibilities are. And all of the answers that you gave me are among those multiple choice, so that's good, so you know you're all on the right track. However, only 2 teams got the correct answer because the correct answer is numbers. What? That is actually a picture right there of Korah's rebellion. That is Korah's rebellion being eaten up, and that's them with the incense that they were doing that they weren't supposed to be doing, and the ground opening up and the fire and all that. So that is a depiction of numbers. So that means that purple and orange each got that one. So that's 3 points for each of them because they got it in before. All right. Now, next up, that one right there. If you really don't know, you can wait for the hint. Which book of the Bible does that depict? All right. Thank you. That was quick, orange team, and green team, nice and quick. Good job. All right, anyone else getting it in before the hint? All right, wow, thank you, thank you. Okay, I just need red. All right. Five, 4. Okay, I won't flip it. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, there's a lot of good answers here. Half of you got it correct. Here are the possibilities. And the correct answer is Ephesians. Because that's a depiction. So this is the letters, and letters number 1. And one of the first letters is Ephesians, and that's the depiction of the armor of God. In fact, those are the fiery darts that the shield of faith can block, right? So no extra credit. I'm not giving extra credit for extra detail. But that does mean that yellow, orange, and purple each got the correct answer worth 3 points. So good job, yellow, orange, and purple. All right, next one. There we go. Someone was a little too excited for that. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's get our guesses in. You're going to wait? That's fine. Okay. 10, 9, 8. Are you waiting? Okay, then I'll go ahead and give the hint. These are the 5 possibilities. And all 4 teams that already gave an answer gave answers that are on this screen. So, all right, that's correct. That'll be worth 1. Blue team, got it? Okay, thank you. So, the correct answer is 2 Kings. Okay, so purple and yellow got that without the hint. So that's 3 points each for purple and yellow. And then the red team got it after the hint. So that's 1 point for red. Good job, teams. So yeah, in case anyone is wondering, Elisha's ministry is primarily in 2 Kings, but his mentor Elijah's ministry is primarily in 1 Kings. In fact, that's kind of when 1 Kings switches to 2 Kings is when Elijah passes the figurative baton. All right. Number 4, that one right there. Which book of the Bible is that? All right, green, nice and quick. You can wait for the hint, but I'm kind of guessing the hint's probably not going to help the teams very much. So unless you're very lost, I don't recommend waiting for the hint. All right. Red and blue. Blue team, just waiting on you. My mom just said that she's afraid it's a trick. All right. So, the answer is one of these. Yes, it is one of the Gospels. The Gospel that shows this detail is the Gospel of Matthew. So, 4 of the teams got that. That's red, orange, green, and purple. Red, orange, green, and purple. Good job. All right. Got a couple more of these. This one might be a little challenging. And again, if you really can't see, you are allowed to walk a little bit closer, as long as you aren't eavesdropping on the other teams. Yeah. And I fully acknowledge that this is a difficult one. Okay. I'm hearing teams think about this in very different ways. I like it. All right. I'm going to start a countdown for a hint, because I think some teams might need hints. I will give a hint in 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Oh, yellow's getting it in before the hint. Okay, last call for anything before a hint. Oh, you do it before the hint? Okay. All right, now I will reveal the hints. It's one of those 5. Yeah, sorry, yellow. Yellow didn't have one of those 5. All right. Oh, thank you. I know. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I still need it from orange and blue. That's all right. Okay. The correct answer is Jeremiah. Whoa. Exciting. So blue, orange, green, and purple each got that after the hint. But congratulations to red, because they actually got that before the hint. Did you get all that, Mr. Scorekeeper? All right, very good. Yeah, so that is a depiction of Jeremiah, because he was thrown down in a well while Jerusalem was actually being attacked. So that is a picture of him down in the bottom of the well. All right. Okay, number 6. Which book of the Bible is this one? You're so fast. All right, thank you, purple team. You already gave me one. All right, purple was nice and quick. Other teams, all right, thank you. Okay. I will give a hint soon. Okay, then send it up. All right. Wow. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I just need it from blue. Okay. Okay, blue. 5, 4. Okay. Thank you. All right, so everyone got their answers in before the hint. Now I shall reveal the hint. Okay, everyone's guesses were on this, but the correct answer is 1 Kings, which means only purple got the correct answer. In case you were wondering, there is a lot about Solomon in Chronicles in addition to 1 Kings. However, this specific scene with the two women each claiming ownership of the baby, this actually is a story that only occurs in 1 Kings. So the answer is 1 Kings. All right. That's the last one for that game.
All right. I just wanted a quick little scoring update. Purple and orange did very well in that particular round. But I also wanted to say just a little something about little kings. Did you know that some of the kings in the Bible had very short reigns? And speaking of short kings, there was once a king that was only 12 inches tall. 12 inches. He wasn't a great leader, but he was a decent ruler.
All right. This next game is actually going to require getting up out of your seat for some of you. Oh, he just said which teams did particularly well. I think after the third game, we could actually tell you how many points that the top team has. Okay, but for this next game, so this one is going to be another one with buckets that you're going to put the cards in. If you were here with us last time, you know how we did the Book of Job or the Lord of the Rings, and I had requests to do something similar. So we are going to do something similar. So this one is Scripture or Star Wars. Okay, so I'm actually leaving this game a little bit up to you on how you want people to participate, because what I have is I actually have cards in here already, so I will deal these out for the orange team and the green team. And each of these have cards numbered 1 through 9, because there's going to be a total of 9 quotes that you have to tell me if it's a Star Wars quote or if it's a Bible verse. And so it's up to you who you want to send up. So if you have one total Star Wars expert that's just going to handle the whole thing, you're allowed to do that. I recommend dealing it out to at least 2 or 3 people who are comfortable with this. But here's the rule. You need to deal them out ahead of time, and you're not going to ask your teammates for input, okay? I'm going to put up the quote, and you're going to put it in one bucket or the other, all right? So that's what I'm saying. It's up to you. If you have one person that just wants to do all 9, I'm not going to stop you. But I don't recommend that because they're going to be coming kind of quickly. So I recommend at least 2 or 3 people. If you want everyone on your team to split them up, that's fine too. But I'm leaving it up to you. Yes. There's none of that abominational sequel trilogy. And there aren't any cartoons or anything either. It's just the original 6 films. And the Bible. No, you can just stay there. Well, I guess you could kind of stand up if you'd like. You could stand up if you'd like to. But we're just going to go through them one at a time, all right? So has everyone decided who's having what card? Yes. Okay, because now you're not allowed to ask for help anymore. And just go ahead. My recommendation is don't overthink, don't second guess. Just go ahead, put it in a bucket. It's a 50-50 shot anyway, okay? So everybody, if you have your number 1, whoever has the number 1 card, go ahead and put number 1 in one of the buckets. Yes. We're going to be honest, and we're not going to copy people. We're just going to go and put it in a bucket. All right. So the answer is Too long have I lived among those who hate peace. Is that Star Wars or is that Bible? If you've got a number one, go ahead and put it in the bucket. I'm going to switch through these pretty quickly, so I recommend being quick. All right. Time for number two. Okay, now you got to be quick. All right, because we're going to do number two now. To answer before listening, that is folly and shame. Is that Bible or is that Star Wars? All right, whoever has card number three, here's number three. Are you an angel? All right, number four. Your eyes can deceive you. Do not trust them. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to pick easy ones. Yeah, that's not on here. Nothing like use the Force, Luke. That would be a little bit, because that's from the book of Luke. Everybody knows that, right? All right. There is one in Endor. Don't give hints to other teams. All right, that was number five. We got four more. Okay, that was number five. Did you put the wrong number in? Yeah. Okay, I'll pull it out for you. That was six. Okay, yep. It's fine. We have grace. All right, now number six. If only we knew the power of your anger. Just put it in a bucket. Put it in a bucket. All right. Okay, time for number seven. Who is the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him? All right. Okay, almost there. Number 8, and where does darkness reside? Oh, okay. This is the last time we have grace. Here's 8. Okay, and then you can also do 8. Okay, but go ahead and put your 8 in as well. Here, can I have that? All right, and then last one, whoever has number 9, last quote. Fools give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm in the end. Go ahead and put that in. All right, put it in a bucket. Okay, Mr. Scorekeeper is going to take those up and start figuring out how everybody did. But I'm going to go through and reveal the answers now, so you know how you did. So here are our answers. The first one, too long have I lived among those who hate peace. Is that Scripture or is it Star Wars? Star Wars? That is Scripture. That is Psalm 120, verse 6. All right. The second one, to answer before listening, that is folly and shame. What do you think that is? All right, this one is Scripture again. That's Proverbs 18, verse 13. It sounds a little bit like Yoda talk, but it's not quite there. All right. Number 3, are you an angel? Star Wars. Yes, that's Star Wars. Okay. Number 4, your eyes can deceive you. Do not trust them. That is Star Wars again. All right. Number 5. What about this one? There's one in a door. Yes, that is Scripture. Yes. That was when King Saul was asking where he could find a medium. And his soldier said that there was one in Endor. And he's not talking about the planet with the Ewoks. All right, if only we knew the power of your anger. That is scripture. The Psalm chapter 90, that's the first part of verse 11 of Psalm 90. All right, 7-1. Who is more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him? That is Star Wars again. All right. And number 8, and where does darkness reside? That is the Bible. In fact, that's book of Job. In fact, that might have even been a question last time when we had the thing on the book of Job. But that is, in fact, scripture. And finally, what about this one? Fools give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm in the end. That is scripture. That's another proverb. Proverbs 29, verse 11. All right, so while the scorekeeper is continuing to tally up all those cards that you put in, we're going to give him a little break, but we're going to play a short game that's not for points, okay? In fact, this isn't even for teams. We're just going to shout out answers, and even if you're in the audience tonight, you can shout out answers, okay? This one is just for fun. Just so you can relax after that one, kind of catch your breath. This one's just for fun, not for points. How many of you here have played the game Two Truths and a Lie? Yes. Okay. So if you don't know what that game is, that's the game where you say 3 things about yourself, and 2 of them are true, but then 1 of them is a lie, right? It's false. Okay, so we're basically going to play that. We're going to play 2 quotes into fake, Youth Sunday School edition. All right. So you may not know this, but the youth group has a document online where they keep track of some funny things that have been said over the years in our class, okay? So I picked some, along with some fakes to throw you off. And so I'm going to put up 3, and you're going to guess which of these you think isn't real. And if you were there for these when these things were said, don't shout them out, okay? Remember, this is just for fun. You don't need to help your team. So if you're not in the youth group, you can go ahead and guess which of these you think is fake. Okay, so here's set number 1. A, if you can't breathe, then you can't talk, so I'm okay with that. Or B, apologize to the chair. It didn't deserve that. Or C, wait, Hannah and Alyssa are sisters? Okay, which of these do you think is the fake? Okay, the correct answer is C. C is the fake. Both of those others have been said in class before. I believe the context of B was someone tipped their chair over and fell over, and we told them to apologize to the chair because it didn't deserve that. I don't remember who it was. It might have been Chris. I'm pretty sure it was Chris, but I'm not certain. That was a while back, so I'm not certain. All right, next set. A, we're focused, so focused that we need you to repeat what you just said. Or, try to remember that ping pong has less value than Bible study. Or, think with something other than your stomach for once. Which one is fake? All right, the actual fake is B. I do not remember the context of C. I don't remember who said it, who they were saying it to, but it was probably some siblings at it with each other, yeah. And A, that was probably Alyssa Jaffe. I'm pretty sure that was you. All right, number 3. A, we should get a seatbelt or just lots and lots and lots of duct tape. B, does anybody want to kiss? Josh is offering. Or C, Jesus answered, please stop filming me. Which of these is the fake? Okay, the fake is C. Okay, and just to allay any fears, the context of B, Josh had Hershey's Kisses that he was handing out. They were chocolates. So don't worry. Yes. Yeah. All right. Okay. One last set before we move on to the real games again. A, I feel like it's weird to be eating candy while reading from Job. B, Goliath wasn't a pickle, but he was definitely hairy. Or C, Don't breathe food or water, just oxygen and other air stuff. Okay, in fact, the fake is A. Yeah, in case you're lost on B, someone was referring to VeggieTales there, where Goliath is a big, hairy pickle. And the real Goliath was not a pickle, but yes, he was hairy. Yeah. And yeah, C, someone was, actually C is probably me. I don't remember saying that, but I probably did. All right. Mr. Scorekeeper, are you ready?
Yes, I am. But
Okay.
part of what took me so long was that I just got a text from Darth Vader, and he's watching this live, and he has a message for the green team. He said, "I find your lack of points disturbing."
Oh, ouch.
Actually, the green team is doing well overall. They just did not do very well in the Star Wars scoring. But I will say this, as far as the overall is very, very close. Everybody's doing very well. Purple is in the lead with orange and yellow tied for second, but everybody's actually pretty close.
That which means it's anybody's game, because we haven't even given out half the points yet.
Yes. And then, of course, the real question is Josh still offering?
Oh, I'm guessing that was long enough ago that all the chocolate has melted.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
But go ahead and ask him next time you see him and see if he's completely lost. All right. So, time for the next game. So this one is one where this game is going to require getting up one at a time. You're going to send up a representative from your team. And for this one, I do recommend, it's going to take 4 people, and I recommend that this one is probably best for junior high and older, okay? Because this one's pretty hard. I think this one should probably be for junior high or older. So this game is called Iconic Duos. So the way that this is going to work is I'm going to have a couple jumbled names. And don't worry, this is the hardest one for the example because their names are so long. They're going to be shorter than this. But you see, there are 2 names jumbled together, and they're an iconic duo from the Bible. What I mean by that is that their names are often said together, right? This means they could be friends, they could be enemies, they could be ministry partners, they could be rivals, anything like that. They could be siblings. But it just means that often we say their names together in the Bible. And here's the hint. You'll see on either end, there's a letter that's in a color. This S over here is blue. That means that that's a man, okay? And the pink means that that's a woman. So in this case, there's a man whose name starts with S and a woman whose name starts with D, and all the other letters in their names are jumbled up. Does that make sense? So does anybody know who this is? Samson and Delilah, exactly. Now, this is one where there's only going to be 2 people up here at a time. There's going to be one person from one team right here, and there's going to be another person from another team up here. And this is the one game where we're going to have something sort of like buzzing in, okay? And in this case, it's not actually buzzing in. It's grabbing this, okay? And if you grab this, that means you go right up to the microphone and you say your answer, okay? Just to be clear, don't buzz in unless you actually know the answer, okay? If you grab it and you're just like, I don't know, then I'm not going to give you points. The other team's going to get a chance, okay? So only grab it if you actually have the answer, okay? There are hints if both people take enough time, okay? And I know this is one where you're trying to do the puzzle in your head. So if the time goes long enough, I will give a hint. And in this case, it'll just be a hint on the bottom that'll hopefully get you on the right track. In this case, the hint's bad haircut, okay? Hopefully that'll get you on the track of thinking Samson and Delilah, okay? Does everybody understand? Just to be clear, in many of these, it's not going to be a blue and a pink. A lot of these will be 2 blues or 2 pinks, right? Okay? And again, these could be enemies, these could be friends, they could be anything, right?
And people are on their own, no hints from their team.
Right. So I'm going to, for each of these, oh yeah, there's the answer, Samson and Delilah. For each of these, I'm going to go like this, and that means someone from the blue team has to go up to this side, and someone from the green team has to go up to that side. And you have 4 people on your team who are junior high or older, which means you're each going to do this once. And here's my recommendation. The ones at the beginning tend to have shorter names. So if you want an easy one, I recommend volunteering to go up sooner. So go ahead, blue and green, send someone up. Okay, Chris, who's going to challenge Chris? All right, you ready? Okay, so you understand. You only grab it if you know the answer, and if you grab the answer, then I'll tell you, go ahead and speak the answer into the microphone, okay? All right, let's see, this is the first one. Cain and Abel, good job. Yes. So there we go. The answer is Cain and Abel. So the way that works, by the way, I forgot to mention the scoring. That's 3 points because she got it without a hint, right? If both players wait for the hint, then it's just worth 1 point. But if you get it before the hint, it's 3 points. Okay, next one. Orange and purple. Send up someone orange and someone purple. So, yeah, orange, you could just stay on this side. It's fine. Oh, no, never mind. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm wrong. I was looking backwards. You're fine. I'm looking at the screen up there, and it's reversed, of course. All right. If you are ready, I will go ahead and reveal Okay. Hint incoming. Yes, James and John. Very good. All right. Yep. Oh, yes, for those of you in Sunday school today, that was the question that I was referring to that we covered in Sunday school today. Okay. So, next up, red and yellow. Send up someone red and yellow. Okay, Kenny versus Daisy. I love that Team Yellow shirt. Actually says Team Yellow on it. Okay. Here we go. There's a lot of people back there who think they know the answer. Well, yes, Ruth and Naomi. Good job, yellow. Okay, so you aren't allowed to go up more than once. So everybody on the team who's junior high or older is going to go up once. So blue and orange. Now this time's blue versus orange.
I have a scoring question.
Oh, yes.
Was that before or after the hint?
Oh, those were before the hints.
Okay.
So far, everything's been before the hint.
No, purple got.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, you're right. Sons of Thunder was after. You're right. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. Blue versus orange. Hint incoming. Yes, Paul and Silas. Good job. That's a point for after the hint. Good job, both of you. All right. Next one, red versus purple. Okay, Molly. Yeah, an M&M battle. Red M&M versus purple. Is there even a purple M&M? I don't know. Okay. Ready? Here we go. Yes, Jacob and Esau. Nice. Very fast. All right. Next one up is green and yellow. Oh, I like it. I like it. Things just got personal. Yeah. I know, right? Who knew? Okay. Moses and Aaron is correct. Good job, Hannah. All right, blue versus purple. If you haven't gone yet, just do it. Just get it done. All right, ready? Okay, blue versus purple. Here we go. Mary and Martha, good job. There you go. All right, good job. Mary and Martha, yes, it was. All right, orange and yellow. All right, here we go. Oh, it doesn't really matter. I'll know which is which. It's fine. Okay. Are you ready? Here we go. Hint incoming. Okay, here comes the hint. Grab it before you answer.
I know, but I can't remember the other guy.
Oh.
See, I want the hills, you know.
Yes, wow. That's a lot of detail.
And that is... Okay, you know who it is now? It's Jacob and...
No?
No.
All right.
Aaron.
No? Okay, so I'm not giving it to orange. Okay.
Well, at the end of Moses,
All right. Okay. So you have one chance to answer because she guessed. You don't. Okay. Then the correct answer is Joshua and Caleb. There you go. Good job. Good job. And that was a lot of detail about Caleb. Very impressive. All right. Next up is red and green. Oh, this is the Christmas question, apparently. Red and green. Okay. Okay. And I think what we've seen time and time again is people out there, it's a lot harder when you feel under pressure. So to all of you out there like, oh, I see it, remember that it's easy for you because you're sitting back in your pew. Okay, here we go. Red versus green. Say it now. Nope. 3. Nope. Put it down. Okay, would you like to guess? And you can wait. Would you like me to show the hint? Or do you want to just guess once before the hint? Okay, then I'll give that. David and Goliath, very good. So that's after the hints. Good job. That is, in fact, David and Goliath. As you may notice, the names are getting longer. So it is getting a little bit harder. Okay, I think this is the last set for each team. So blue and yellow, if you haven't gone up yet, it's time. Oh yeah, you could go ahead and put that spoon like in the middle so both of you can reach it. All right, here we go for blue and yellow. Here are your names. Yes? Elijah and Elisha, it is. Good job. All right. Orange and red. Right. If you haven't gone up yet, it's time. All right. Okay, here we go. Orange and red. Yeah, this seems fair. No. Okay, here we go. Yes! Wow! That was impressively fast. Good job. Wow. Okay. So I believe that this means it's the last one, green versus purple. Okay. Give me a high five. You are really good at this. Wow. Okay. Green versus purple. Here we go. Very long. Yes, it is, isn't it? A lot harder when you're up there. Since they're so long, I will give the hint soon. Okay, here's the hint. Uh-huh. All right. Oh, that's mean. That is mean.
Put that in the quote list.
All right.
Can I get half of it right?
Well, go ahead and say what you know. Yeah. Okay, but so I'm not going to give you the points for that, but the correct answer is Michael and Gabriel. I know. You always know after, and it's like, there you go. Okay, good job, everyone. I was very impressed. A lot of those were really fast. Okay, so we're going to switch gears a little bit, because that one was hard and intensive and puzzly. This next one...
But wait.
Okay.
Speaking of Bible pairs, what was the most dangerous pair of animals on the ark? The termites.
Oh. Very funny. Okay, so this next one, I don't know if anyone was keeping track, but there was actually one face-off of each team that hasn't happened yet. Like, blue team, you went up against every team but one, okay? Because in this next game, we're going to put you up here sort of Family Feud style, because we're playing a game a little bit like Family Feud, because this game is called Survey Says. So for this one, you don't need to feel pressure to know the answer, because you can't know the answer unless you cheated, because these aren't objective answers. These are the results that I got from a survey. So I'm going to put up an example of what it will be like. So you're just going to pick 3 people from your team who are most comfortable with this game after I give the example. So here's the example. It'll be a question like this. When you think of mighty warriors from the Bible, who comes to mind first? And you're going to give me an answer, and if it's in one of the top 5 responses from the survey, you'll get points. And if not, you'll get 1 strike. And you will just take turns guessing until there have been 3 strikes, and then you're done. So in this case, the top 5 answers were these: David, Joshua, Gideon, Samson, Jephthah. David being far and away the most. Yeah, that's the most. Yeah, well, he's the 5th. So anyway, so the way that it'll work is, well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and set up the first one. Red and blue. So 3 people from red on this side, and 3 people from blue on this side. And why don't you pick up, well, whichever side, you're on this side, right? Yeah. Pick up the microphone, because I'll pass it along. So if you want, you could even stand up here if you'd like. And then the 3 people from red over there. Okay. Oh, and I forgot. I need to pull this out into the middle, because we're going to be using this just to keep track of answers as you guess them, okay? This is for your sake. So remember, you get points if it's any of the top 5 answers. Does anyone have any questions about how this works before we start?
Are we like racing each other?
No, it's not a race.
Oh.
One team will take the turn, and once they've had 3 strikes, then the other team
okay.
will get to see if they can get anything that they left over, and then you will switch
Yeah.
which. Okay. So the first question is for the red team. And remember, this isn't your opinion. This is, what do you think were the top answers on the survey? So when you meet a brand new believer, which book of the Bible do you recommend he or she read first? Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I forgot. This is actually not conferencing. We go one at a time. So you give an answer, and then after that, she'll give an answer, then you'll give an answer. And you can just keep taking turns until there have been 3 strikes. So everybody will get to guess at least once, hopefully more than once. So what do you think? Romans. I forgot. I need to pull out the answer so I know. Romans is, in fact, not in the top 5 answers. I know. So I'm going to put an X here for a strike, just so you guys don't guess Romans again, right? Okay, go ahead, Maddie, what's your guess? John? I believe John was the top answer. Yes, it was. Good job. You don't get extra points for being the top, but still, good job. Okay, what is your guess? Genesis, I believe that was on the list. That was number 4. Good job. That's another 2 points. Okay. Well, Genesis is the first book of the Bible. Okay, then Melody, you can take another turn, because you guys can just keep guessing until you have 3 strikes. So we have John for number 1 and Genesis in number 4. So what's your next guess? Let me see. Was Matthew on the list? Matthew was not on the list.
Thank you.
Okay, so Maddie, what's your guess?
I'm going with Psalms.
Psalms. Was Psalms in the top 5? It was. That is guess number 5. Okay. Remember, I don't necessarily encourage or discourage these answers. They were just the results I got, okay? Okay. That was you, right? Okay, then what's your next guess? Exodus is not on the list. So that's strike number 3. So I will go ahead and write Exodus down, and then, actually, when you're trying to pick up the other team's points, you conference, but you only get 1 strike. So you have one. You just guess until you get 1 wrong. So what do you think? Okay, what's your first guess?
Our first guess is Luke.
Okay, their first guess is Luke, and Luke is one of the answers. That was answer number 3, so that's 2 points for the blue team. Okay, so one more try.
What?
Oh yeah, unmute the microphone and please speak into it so I don't, yeah. No, they just get points for everything they get. But the point is that they can conference with each other, but they only have 1 strike, right? They don't get to just keep going and going. Once they get 1 wrong, they're done. Okay, what's your guess? Just guess. Just say something.
Proverbs.
It's not Proverbs.
Okay.
All right. So the correct answer here actually was Mark. So interestingly, Matthew was the only gospel not to do it. In fact, out of all of the responses I got so many Johns and Marks and Lukes, and no one put Matthew.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
Okay.
Okay, so that means I will now erase these words because it's time for the next question, which will be your turn to start, and then the red team can pick up your points. Oh yeah, those are the top 5 answers to the survey. All right, second question. What is your favorite hymn?
Oh, okay.
So let me get the eraser
So I
out.
go first?
Yes, you can go ahead and go first.
So I think people would say Amazing Grace.
I believe Amazing Grace was on the list. Let me check which number.
Okay.
That was number 3.
Okay. You have to say
Yeah.
here.
And do remember, I didn't have the hugest sample size, so there could be something weird in here. You never know. I'm not promising everything's going to be representative of the whole country or something. Go ahead. What's your guess? What do you think is a popular hymn?
I don't know, she stole mine, so I have to.
Oh, yeah, she did get a good one. Just any hymn. You can't know a right or wrong answer, so there's no shame. Just go ahead and guess. What's any hymn? Just any like popular song. It's okay. Just anything. You could say one. You could say one if you'd like. All right. If you can't think of it, just okay. So I'll say that's a strike then. Go ahead. What's your guess? Okay.
I don't know the name of it.
Well, you could just say like the main line from it, or yes. If you sing the whole hymn, I'll give you credit. But you need to know all verses too.
Hark the herald.
Okay, it's not. So hark the herald. Hark the herald. Good job, but that did not make the list. So
All right.
that's a strike 2. So go ahead.
Okay. How great thou art.
How great thou art, I believe, was number 1.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Okay, do you have a guess now?
No.
No? All right, then let's go ahead and give it to the other team. What are your guesses? You can conference with each other, but remember, you only have 1 strike. Once you say something that's not in the top 5, you're done. Okay, give an answer.
Oh, come on.
All right, I'm gonna have to start enforcing like
Yes.
shorter times. So, okay, give me an answer. Give me an answer. It's just gonna be a strike.
These are the days of Elijah.
These are the days of Elijah. That's a good guess, but Days of Elijah is not in the top 5. So I'll go ahead and reveal what the top 5 were. No. So for a long time, Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing was actually the top answer. It took a very long time for How Great Thou Art to overtake it. But that's How Great Thou Art, Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing, Amazing Grace, What a Friend We Have in Jesus, and Be Thou My Vision were the top 5. All right, next up, purple and yellow. Send up purple and yellow. Thank you, red. Thank you, blue. You'll go ahead and hand your microphone to someone coming up. Let's give a hand to red and blue. All right, go ahead and line up. I will go ahead and erase these. I believe it's purple up first. Let me see. Purple. What was the first name of your first pastor or youth pastor? So what are like super common pastor names? Okay, that's a fair question. The majority of respondents were Christian college students, like a lot of people from APU. And just so you know, no one from our church answered these. So you can't be like, well, most of the people in the church. These are only from people outside, okay? So you can't influence your answers by who you know here. So go ahead and give your first guess.
Chris.
Was Chris in the top 5? Chris was not in the top 5. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Pastor Dan.
Dan? Nope. Dan or Daniel, not in the top 5.
James.
I am shocked because I thought for sure James would be in the top 5, and it was not even close. I am so sorry. That was a hard question. Let's see. You guys go ahead and conference. What do you think? Okay, so it's not Chris, it's not James, and it's not Dan or Daniel.
We're going to say Jason.
That's a very nice answer, but it's actually not in the top 5. I'm sorry, so no one got anything. Okay. In this team's defense, I thought James would be like the most common answer, but it wasn't in the top 5. So then the top was Dave, and then unsurprisingly, John was up there, right? That doesn't surprise me. It'd be a lot of Pastor Johns. Phil was number 3. And interesting fact, we actually have multiple Phils competing tonight. And then Anthony or Tony and Matthew or Matt, those were the most common ones. That was a hard question, though, I acknowledge. Okay, but you could still pick up some points, what they leave off. Okay, so yellow team, are you ready for yours?
That's really rough.
Which Bible story do you think is the most stereotypical Sunday school Bible story? Oh, no conferencing. Go ahead and give me an answer.
Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark. I believe that was an answer. Let me double check which number it was. Survey says that's answer number 1.
I'm going to go with David and Goliath.
I believe that's also on the list.
What do you think is a really popular Sunday school story?
Yeah, that was the question. That was number 2. You guys are just going down the list. What do you think is like a very like normal? No conferencing. What do you think? What do you think? What's like a Bible story you hear all the time in Sunday school?
Mary and Joseph.
Mary and Joseph. Let me see if that was on the list. That's a very good guess. And unfortunately was not in the top 5. That was a very good guess, though. I know I saw some of the responses. It just wasn't in the top 5. Okay, then Daisy, it's your turn.
Adam and Eve.
That is a good guess. And that is answer number 3.
I'm going to go with Daniel and the Lion's Den.
Let me see. Was that on it? I actually don't remember. That might be. That's number 4. Okay, you guys. Poor purple team. They got a hard question, and you're not leaving them anything. Okay. Do you have another guess? What's another Sunday school story? You have a guess?
No.
No? Okay, then go ahead and pass to Daisy. Daisy, don't look at them. Just give an answer. And if you can't give an answer, that'll just be strike 3.
Joseph.
Nope, not the other Joseph. So, so you guys can conference, and how much do you want? What do you think? Where?
We're going to go with Jonah.
That's a very good guess, but it's not number 5. They only left one. Okay, in my defense, this 5th one was actually the very first guess the scorekeeper made when he guessed these. And that was actually the feeding of the 5,000. It's, as you know, it's with the little kid and everything. It's popular. That was a very good guess, though. I'm sorry, purple team. Okay, let me see who's up next.
Did they get the points for that?
No, they don't get the points for you not getting it. It's just no one else. Okay, so green and orange. So go ahead, hand that to someone from green. These are the last pair of teams before we go on to the next game. So give that to someone orange. Last one.
Here you go.
We're getting close. Okay. So line up. So you know, I believe green goes first. You both ready? All right. So I'll go ahead and erase these, just so that way you can look at it and make sure you don't say an answer that's already been said. Okay, so for green, yours is, if you were to have a daughter and name her after a Bible woman, which name would you choose? And just to be clear, it's a Bible woman, like it's not like someone named Grace, for example. You know, it's got to be a person.
I have one of these. I'm going to go with Hannah because I know so many Hannahs.
Oh.
Yeah.
You may be offended by this, but Hannah was not the top 5.
Oh, man.
Okay, Chris.
Esther.
Esther was in the top 5.
Good job.
Good job. That was answer number 3. Okay, Pastor.
I feel like my answer is already before me. It's going to be Abigail.
And Abigail might be a little offended, but Abigail wasn't in the top 5 either. It's a very good name, though.
I'm going to go with another common name of Sarah.
Okay. And that's a very good answer. A better answer than the people who responded in the survey, because it wasn't in the top 5. I know. What is it with these people? I know. They're not all APU. They're not all. Besides, there are lots of good names in the Bible. Okay, so go ahead and conference. Yes.
Our first one is going to be Mary.
Now, this is where I feel awful, because I do not understand, but I had so many responses to this survey, and not a single person put Mary.
I was saying,
Not even one. So that's it. Let me see. Yes, Ruth was up there. Let's see. I'll go ahead and reveal the answers now. Ruth was the top, then Elizabeth. Then, yeah, your name.
We actually discussed some of these other names.
Yes. Now, I'm guessing, my guess is that people got very hung up on the named after a woman from the Bible and thought of, like, what woman from the Bible do I want to name after? Hence the popularity of things like Ruth and Esther and Miriam, because Esther and Miriam not being very common names. Because, I mean, things like Mary and Sarah, which are more common, people didn't actually put. All right. So now it's the orange team's turn. This is the last one of these questions. Which book of the Bible have you read from the most often? And this isn't, of course, you personally, but what do you think?
Genesis.
Genesis.
right.
That's a very good answer. And I was surprised myself to find that it was not in the top 5. I'm sorry. I know you think of all those people that start their, reading the Bible in a year plans and they don't make it past Genesis, but apparently those aren't the types of people who are answering the survey. So not Genesis. What's your guess? What?
Romans.
Let's see. Was Romans an answer for this one? Yes, it was. It was answer number 2. What?
I'm going to say Proverbs.
Proverbs. That's a very good answer. And that was answer number 4. Good job.
You guys are doing great.
Yeah.
Psalms.
Yes, I believe that was the top answer.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it was. That was answer number 1. Great job, Kaden. Excellent. You got the top answer. Okay.
Let's go Book of John.
All right. That was that in the top.
John Cena.
I believe it was. Yes, that's answer number 5. Oh, and I should write down. You do have 1 strike. You only have 1 left. Just give an answer.
Matthew?
Matthew, that's a good guess. Was that in the top 5? No, it was not. So last guess. It's hard because there's only one left.
Mark?
Another good guess, but that's not it. So you guys have one guess to get the one answer. What do you think it is?
I guess we'll go Luke.
Luke.
Luke's a good guess, but it wasn't Luke. The correct answer was actually Ephesians.
You said that.
Very popular. All right, so that's it for this game. Good job, everyone. Yeah, could you put that back on the stand? There you go, I'll do it.
Hey, I just wanted to congratulate the Orange team on not choosing the Book of Mormon. Maybe there's hope for your team after all.
Okay.
Okay, quick score update. Quick score update. The yellow team is leading. Orange is in second. Purple is in third, and red is in fourth.
Okay, but there are still a lot. Yeah, you would like to just have to start. Okay, now pay attention to that scoring update because that might help you in this next game in determining what you want to do here. Because this next game is called Confidence is Key. And because these are actually going to be very difficult questions. I'm saying up front, they are very hard.
Extremely.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't be surprised if no one on your team knows the answer, okay? But it's multiple choice. There are only 4 possible answers. So I believe I have do I have an example? I do have an example, yes. So I think this is the easiest question that I picked for the example. Okay, so which of these minor prophets was from Israel, not Judah? So what you would do is you're going to send 4 people up from your team. And this is one team at a time, and your whole team participates. If you have more than 4 people, then the rest of them can still give input, okay? Because you're doing this together. And each of the 4 of you that come up, you can stand, like for example here, you can stand where the guitar normally is if you think the answer is Hosea, or you can stand down here by the piano if you think the answer is Nahum, or you can stand over here if you think the answer is Haggai, or you can stand up here where the bass goes if you think the answer is Micah. Now here's the thing, if you have absolutely no idea, then if you want to, you could just put one person in each spot to just be guaranteed a little bit of points. But especially if you're behind and you really want to catch up, then you might want to just kind of go all in on 1 or 2. And if you don't know the exact answer, maybe you can just eliminate one and put a second person on another one. So it's up to you how confident you are, how much you want to hedge your bets or go all in. So each team will have its own separate question. Does that make sense to people? Okay, let me see who's up first. Oh yeah, and the answer here was Hosea. Just so you know, the answer to that question was Hosea. All right, so first up is blue. So there's 4 of you, so all 4 of you can come up here, and you can stand. All right, can you sit down in a chair for now? All right, so here's your question. Yes, you talk to each other as much as you want, and like I said, if you have more than 4 people on the team, even the people who aren't standing up here can go ahead and give hints, or like, hey, it's probably this, or it's definitely not that, or whatever, right? Or we should hedge our bets, or whatever. So here's your question. Which gospel records Jesus saying, the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath? Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John? And go ahead, make your decision quickly. Because wherever you're standing very soon is just what I will interpret as your answer. Because right now, you're all saying Luke. You want to put it all in one? Okay, so which one are you going to put it on? All right. Yeah, I'm going to say 10 seconds now. That's the ground over here. Okay, so just to be clear, everyone, this is exit, the bass, the guitar, the piano. Okay, so 2 and 2. And the correct answer is Mark. So unfortunately, you didn't get any points. Yeah, so the same story is told in Matthew and Luke, but it doesn't actually include that detail. All right. And it's actually surprising because Mark has the least unique content of any of the 4 Gospels, but it actually is the only one who has that detail. Okay, next up, purple. Come on up, 4 people.
Hi, purple team.
All right, and here is your question. Which of these was not the name of a son of David? Go ahead and make your picks. If you want to, you could just each be in one of the 4 spots, or you could spread out, or you could all be together, or what? You want to stand up here? All right. Okay. Okay, so you're all there. And the correct answer is Eliab. And I know that's very hard because the best known Daniel and the best known Nathan from the Bible are not the sons of David, but they are actually among the sons of David. So just to be clear, Daniel from Daniel in the Lion's Den, that's not this Daniel. But David did have a son named Daniel. Eliab is the name of David's oldest brother. Yeah, I said that these questions would be hard, and they are hard. Okay. Number 3, orange team, come on up.
All right, orange.
Let's go orange. Okay, here we go. Your question is, which of these Christian women was not living in Philippi? Your possibilities are Claudia, Euodia, Lydia, or Syntyche.
So I know
And right now you're going,
Philippi. I'm guessing Yodia and Syntyche did, so let's go all in that one.
Okay, so we have to go.
All right, wow.
Unless anyone has any better
They're
answers.
going all.
They are going all in on which one? Claudia?
Wow, this is bold.
The correct answer is Claudia. Wow. Claudia was from Rome. That's impressive. That's a hard question, and you got it. Wow. Okay, yellow team, come on up. By the way, we are getting very close to the end of our game. There's only one game after this one. One last one after this, so this is getting very close to the end. So yellow team, in Daniel's vision of the 4 beasts, which empire is represented by the winged leopard? If you'd like to, you could just do one in each, or you can go all in on one, or spread it between 2 or 3. All right, 2 bass, 2 piano. And the correct answer is Greece. So it is the piano. So good job, 2 people there. Good points. And just so you know, the leopard actually had 4 heads, which predicted the 4-way split of Greece after Alexander the Great died. So now you know. All right, red team, come on up.
All right, red.
Your question is, which Herod executed John the Baptist? Herod the Great, Herod Antipas, Herod Agrippa the First, or Herod Agrippa the Second?
Phil, you know this. You know this. Remind me how I know this.
Just pick. Whoop. All right. Okay, go ahead and make your choices. Where are we doing? What? Okay. Okay, is that 3 for that and 1 for that? Okay, so the correct answer is Herod Antipas, 3 times. Good job. So that's 3. That's excellent. That's 9 points total for 3 people there. Okay, so just very quick rundown for those of you who are curious. Herod the Great was the Herod when Jesus was a baby, right? And Herod tried to get baby Jesus with the Magi and everything. Herod Antipas is this one. Herod Agrippa the First is the one who actually killed James, the disciple, and captured Peter. He put him in prison. And remember when Peter was freed by the angel and knocked on the door and the excited servant girl, that whole story? That's Herod Agrippa the First. And Herod Agrippa the Second was the final Herod before Rome put an end to the Herods. And he actually he was part of Paul's story when he was appealing to Caesar. So that was Herod Agrippa the Second. Okay, last one, green team. Send 4 up. And like I said, the 5th of you can still help. Yeah, it doesn't matter who goes up because you can tell each other where to go, and even the 5th person can give input. Yeah, you tell them where to go. All right, which of these Christian men was not a Thessalonian? Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, where are you going?
You want to stay over there? You think it's... Okay, come over here. Wait, which one? One second.
If you eliminate an answer, you could always just spread out among the other three and put a second one on one of them. People, yeah. All up here? Okay, so you're all going for, I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Secundus? All right, the correct answer is Epaphras. Oh. Yeah, but Jason was indeed from was a Thessalonian. They stayed in his house, Paul stayed in his house when he first went there. All right, so that's it for that game, which means we only have one game left.
You know, that last question was really, really hard. You know, Aristarchus, Epaphras, they're all Greek to me.
Ha. Okay. So this last game is going to be one more where you have your index cards and your pens. You should still have plenty of those. Now this one is another one where, this one I'm going to be moving quickly. So if you want to answer, you've got to get your answer in, okay? Because this one's going to have lots of hints. Because it's going to start, it's called Fathers and Mothers. So I'm going to give, what you're trying to answer is it's going to say father of so-and-so, or it's going to say mother of so-and-so. And you have to give me the answer. And if you know the answer right away, you get it up to me before I give any hints, that's 7 points. But I'm going to be very quickly adding hints. And every time I add a hint, it gets easier to answer, but it's worth one fewer point. Make sense? Yes. Okay. And you know, if you don't know, it's a lot better to get like 4 points than 0. So if you don't know, wait, because I'm guessing someone on your team will probably know after 2 or 3 hints. And I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. Okay, so here we go. First one. Father of 2 wicked sons, Hophni and Phinehas. If you know right away, give me the answer. But very quickly, I'm going to give the first hint. Oh, wow, we got someone already. Oh, Mr. Scorekeeper, could I have the... Wow, lots and lots of them. All right, first hint. Oh, are you sending up right now? Okay, send. Okay, wow, man, there's going to be a lot of hints. Okay, I'm going to give the first hint now, Blue, okay? First hint, he died when he fell out of his seat. Thank you. Can I have the pen also? Okay. He served as a judge over Israel. He spoke a blessing on Hannah. I know, you know all of these things, you just don't know his name. He has the same name as a former quarterback of the New York Giants.
We all know it now.
Yep, which was the last hint, so you already knew the last hint. Good job. All right, everybody got that answer. So, the correct answer is, for the sake of the audience, the next hint was, you raised Samuel in the tabernacle. His name begins with an E. The correct answer is Eli. Good job. Okay, we just have a few more of those. Okay, we're going to go through them really quick. Next up, father of the twins, Perez and Zerah. If you know right away, 7 points. Wow, you are fast. Okay. All right, first hint incoming. No, I'm putting the hint up now. We got to go fast. In the 2000 DreamWorks film, he was voiced by Mark Hamill, and his protagonist brother was voiced by Ben Affleck, which, for you DC fans out there, actually makes them Joker and Batman, which is a little bit interesting. In the year 2000, there was a DreamWorks film where the person you're trying to identify was voiced by Mark Hamill, and his protagonist's brother was voiced by Ben Affleck. It doesn't seem like it's helping much, so I'll go ahead and go to the next. Okay, well, I put it up here. Okay, as you already wrote it down, so if it's, okay, yeah. That was green, okay. He was sent ahead by his father to obtain directions to Goshen. That's the hint for point number 5 points. All right, next hint. He took responsibility for Benjamin, 4 points. Still need it from 4 more teams. Okay, next hint. Okay. Okay, next hint. Okay, if you're sending it up now, that's fine. All right, I'll give the next hint now. He was an ancestor of Jesus. All right. Any claimants? So I still need orange and red. We got it? Okay, I won't give the next hint yet. Okay. Got it? All right. So let me tell you, only the 2 teams who waited for this hint got the correct answer. So that's 3 points each for red and orange. Here's the next hint. When Israel was divided, the southern kingdom was named after him. And finally, his name begins with a J. That is Judah. So good job to orange and red. All right, next one. Mother of Mahlon and Chilion. We're almost done. I can almost taste the dessert. Hint? She has the same name as the Christian actress who played Princess Jasmine in the live-action Aladdin movie. The first hints don't always help a lot, but something... Okay, apparently you got it. Okay, just waiting on red. Would you like another hint? Her name is 5 letters long. Hey, you eliminate a lot of names that way. Okay, next clue. She asked to be called Mara. All right, red team. Oh, okay. You got it? Okay, send it up. Good job. Every team got it correct. Because the answer is... begins with an N. Yep. Naomi, good job. All right, just 2 to go. Just 2 to go. We are almost done. Mother of the second Elijah. Okay, we've got some answers.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Nice confidence. I like it. Confidence is key.
Okay. Just purple and green. Send it up if you got it. Give it to me. Green, are you wanting a hint? Okay. Hint. The angel Gabriel announced the coming of her baby. Next up. Oh, green. It's yours waiting for green. All right. Next hint for green. Her husband was a priest.
Now we have it.
You got it? Okay. Yes, good job. And once again, every team got it. Good job. The correct answer is, well, I'll go through the hints quickly for those of you in the audience. If tradition were followed, her son's name would have been Zechariah. She was filled with the Holy Spirit when she met her cousin, who was pregnant at the same time. Her name is queenly. Her name begins with an E, and it is Elizabeth. All right, now, we've got the very last question of the whole night. No, it's worth the same as every other one. Father of the daughters Mirab and Michal. Oh, whoa, we got some fast ones. Okay. All right. Still waiting on red and yellow, correct? Okay. First hint. The phrase, how the mighty have fallen, originates from the Bible in reference to him. Okay. Every team got it. So now, let me reveal the answer. The correct answer is, okay, yes, portrayed by Archibald Asparagus. He's from the Old Testament, but has the same name as an important man from the New Testament. He was also the father of sons, including Jonathan. He was the first king of Israel. His name begins with an S, and we are, of course, talking about Saul. So good job, everyone. You have done it all. So it's now time for me to quickly total up the final scores. I'm almost done here. We have got... How are the teams feeling? Which team thinks they're going to win?
Orange or purple?
All right.
If you're last, you're first. So.
No, there's no tie. All right, so okay. I am now ready to announce the top 3 teams. And by the way, the top 2 teams, there is a little prize for you in the other room. Yeah, the top 2 teams, there's a little prize for you. There's an assortment of Bible bookmarks that the first place team can pick through first, and then once they've each selected one, the second place team can get one. Okay, so in third place with 70 total points, we've got the red team. All right. In second place with 78 points, we've got the yellow team. And in first place with 86 points, we've got the orange team. Congratulations, orange team. All right, and that is it. So thank you all so much for coming. You can join us in there for a quick dessert. Thank you all again for coming. Have a good night, everybody. I can get them after. You go ahead.